Welcome to the third and the final part of the Sermon on the Mount series. Today we're going to be in Matthew chapter 7, starting in verse 1. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye, and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all of the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Do not give to dogs what is sacred, and do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under feet, and turn and tear you to pieces. So do not judge. And he's actually giving us a reason as to why we should not judge. So he's saying in verse 2, from the same way you judge, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. So when you judge somebody, let's say you're judging somebody because they lied to you. Why did you lie to me? You're a terrible person for lying to me, and I never want to see you again. Now you are judging that person. And the issue with judging that person is that you yourself have lied in the past. And so because you have lied, you are not in a place to rule over others. And what Jesus is saying with the plank and the sawdust is, if somebody has lied to you, before you can judge them, you should never judge them because you're never going to be in a place to be able to judge them. But before you judge them, reconcile all of the lies that you have done yourself. So every single time you've lied to somebody, go and tell them, hey, I'm sorry for lying to you. This is the actual truth. And once you've done that, then you can go ahead and judge for lying. But you've probably forgotten all the times that you've lied, and you've lied to so many people, to yourself and to God, that it's almost impossible to reconcile all of them on your own. Do not give to dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. What this means is that if you are trying to teach somebody the wisdom of the gospel and they are not listening to you, stop talking to them. If someone is not willing to accept the word of God, stop speaking to them. Do not throw your pearls to pigs or give to dogs what is sacred. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will be opened. Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you, then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets. When you seek first the kingdom of heaven, when you seek after God and after his righteousness, and you are prioritizing God in your life, and you are making him number one, you are truly seeking after him, you are reading his word, you are praying to him, you are trying to practice righteousness, you're trying to make changes in your life. When you are truly seeking first the kingdom of heaven, you are going to be answered. The door will be opened, you will receive, and you will find what you are looking for. And about the gifts, God is going to give you the gift that you ask him, if he gives you the gift. God is not a genie. If you ask him for something, he's not going to be like, okay, well, I'll give it to you, but here's this twist because you didn't specify what you meant. God knows what we mean, and whenever we ask him for something, he is either going to give us that thing or not give it to us at all. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and there are many who enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow is the path that leads to life. Only a few find it. There are many who are going to hell, and there are few that are going to heaven. And it's our job as Christians to preach the gospel to the poor so that we can lessen that number. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ferocious wolves. By their fruit you'll recognize them. Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Likewise, Every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus you will know them by their fruits. So people who claim to be Christians and who claim to be preaching a pro-Christian message, maybe they're a pastor, maybe they're just a student like me, do not judge them based off what they say. Judge them based off what they do. What are the fruits of what they are saying? Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform mighty miracles? Then I will say to them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers. It's not you that gets into heaven. You are not good enough to get into heaven. By your works, you are condemned, but by Christ's works, you are saved. What are you saying here? Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. What do you mean, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord? If people are saying, Lord, Lord to Jesus Christ, then of course they believe in him, right? There's a difference between believing in somebody and acknowledging their existence. You can acknowledge the existence of God all your life, and nothing about you is going to change. But when you believe in God, and you truly accept him into your heart, you change. So not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. And the will of God is to love him and to worship him. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. Jesus Christ is our rock and our foundation, and we should build our house, our lives, upon him.